£50 million to go ahead and spend. Sales already, signings already, and obviously a massive episode in terms of progressing ourselves in the Premier League to cement in top four. What is going on there, guys? Kempy here, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Newcastle episode. And today is a January special, and you know I love signings. You've seen the transfer specials. They're my favourite thing to go and do. Today we are taking on Arsenal, who are managed by Jack Wilshere now, which I didn't realise last time out. Aston Villa and Brighton, and then we'll finish off January. So a very, very exciting triple header coming up today. The fixtures since you guys were last here will be lost on Christmas to Arsenal. We beat Wolves 3-0, which was very convincing. A fantastic value of Elia Wahi, Brian Zaragoza and Mickey Arrow getting on the score sheet. We lost 2-1 to West Ham, and of course it was the new manager game. Great. They got a new manager, and then we played them, and they beat us 2-1 for a Lucas Nemesha brace. Very, very frustrating. And then we beat Crystal Palace in the FA Cup third round, 1-0. Elia Wahi with the goal. Now, the Premier League table, Nottingham Forest are still top of the league. I've got no idea what's going on. United are in second, Chelsea third. We are in fourth, just 1 point behind United, 3 points behind Forest, and 1 point behind Chelsea. All with, we've got 2 games in hand, which is great. So we're looking very, very good. I've got to say, I'm excited to how things are going. Injuries-wise, there's not really much else that's happened since you guys were last here, which is fantastic. Signings-wise, things have already happened. We've got an outgoing. Where is he? Mr. Lunin, wherever you are. £11 million. And I think that's fantastic. This guy played very, very well for us in the couple of games he did play this season. We signed him for 1.6 million, and we're going to get 9, but possibly 11 for him. And I think that's perfect. That's exactly what he's brought in to do. Come in and be the backup to Nick Pope and then move him on, which is great. So that's done. We've also loaned out Lewis Hall to Ipswich. Now, I think this is a move which is probably for the best. He's going to go ahead and get more game time, and we're now in a very crunch point in the season where we need to be at our very best to, you know, take us to the next level where we can potentially be challenging for the Premier League. So Lewis Hall out on loan, time to sign a brand new DM. And signings-wise, none are exactly complete yet, but there is 2 which I think are going to come in. Nicholas Heedle is the first one, and he's probably going to come in and be our first choice goalkeeper. Now, I think Nick Pope is a fantastic goalkeeper, but at 23 years of age, I think it's time to bring in a brand new goalkeeper that can take us to the next level. When you compare this guy and Nick Pope, it's very, very close. Nick Pope, better shot stopping, but distribution, which is very key as we are getting better, is much higher. Physical, speed, and eccentricity is all better. Aerially, Nick Pope's better. Shot stopping, Nick Pope's better. It's a bit like the De Gea and Onana argument. I think I'm looking to move towards Nicholas Heidel, and if £35 million is quite expensive, so he will be our number 1. And at £25 million for Fabio Vieira, I think, is an absolute bargain. Now, he doesn't replace Lewis Hall as the DM. That is someone else we're going to be signing, who I've not found yet. Fabio Vieira, I think, is more the substitution that I've been looking to bring on. When Moretti is injured, I worry about our creativity. I think Sanchez and Joe Linton are very, very similar. I think Moretti is on his own. I think Smith Rowe, Kubo, Brahim Diaz all fill that right wing spot, and I need someone in the middle that can create, and I think Fabio Vieira for £25 million is exactly that. So hopefully we get that one over the line. We're playing his side today, Arsenal, so this should be fun. Let's get right into it and play against Arsenal. Right then, your Newcastle side for today is Pope, Timber, Gurhey, Botman, Dedic, Guimaraes, Joelinton, Moretti, Smith Rowe, Zaragoza and Wahi. And the Arsenal side that we are going to try and right our wrongs is Nketiah, Gabby Jesus, Trossard, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Zinchenko, Nacho, Saliba, Tomiyasu and Ramsdale. Obviously they've got that 2-striker system which caused us a lot of issues on Boxing Day. Hopefully today we can do better against them. One thing I want to ask you guys as well while this is going on in the background is there is 64% of you that are not subscribed to the channel. That's over 250 people that watched episode 10 of the Newcastle video that are not subscribed. If you guys hit subscribe, you get notifications, well, you can get notifications on when these videos go live, so you're not always wondering, have I watched the last episode? You'll just be subscribed, it'll come up in your subscription feed, it makes your life easier, and you've got no idea how much a subscriber helps a creator like myself. We are growing. It is mental, the support you guys have given, but just smash that subscribe button. It helps everyone out, and you guys know when videos are coming out. mainly 5 o'clock on every week, or every day really at this point, but just so you guys are subscribed for all the future content and for this Newcastle content, make sure to hit subscribe down below. We've already had a very good free kick by Emil Smith-Rowe, which just glazed over the bar, and it looks like we're actually going to get another chance here. Moretti through to Elliot Wahi, and exactly what I mean by Moretti. He is a creative genius, and we don't have anyone else like that. Having Fabio Vieira will be very, very helpful. He is offside, Elliot Wahi, which is not helpful, but having someone like Moretti who can come in, oh, that's so close, and create like him would be fantastic. And I think Fabio Vieira is fantastic, and for £25 million, unbelievable. Both him and Smith Rowe coming to Newcastle will be quite interesting. Gabby Jesus down that left-hand side does find Trossard, who's going to get a ball across to Nketiah, and I don't know how he's not scored that one, but he's blasted it over the bar, and Nick Pope is now going to play things short to Mark Gurhey, into Fabio Moretti from the start, into Timber. Get some space, nice. Just slow things down, or drive forward. Nice. Wahi, great ball out to Brian Zaragoza, who was on a booking today, but we're not going to worry about that. Oh my God. Oh, that was absolutely stunning football. And somehow we've not put the ball in the back of the net. I am baffled. The way we moved that ball, cut inside, ball comes to the edge of the box, and I thought it was going to just absolutely hit it and score, but it gets another pass off, and then he hits the post. It bounces straight back to him, and it gets deflected off of Wahi and off for a goal kick. That is absolutely heartbreak. 40 minutes in, it is still 0-0 here today. That was a massive, massive chance. Bruno G does find Wahi, who is going to drive down that left-hand side of Zaragoza. Can offer something. He doesn't really. And then Nketiah is very, very fast. He's through on goal. Good save from Nick Pope. He is a very, very good shot stopper, Nick Pope. There might be games where he still plays over Nicholas Heidel, but I think a brand new keeper is in the offing. Trossard with the ball in. Good header away from Gurhey again, and Odegaard can bring this one clear for Arsenal. Ignacio finds Trossard, and apparently that's it. Nothing really happened, and that's probably going to be half time. 13 shots in one half is fantastic. It's not half time because Arsenal are about to score. Oh, why did I open my big mouth? Trossard with the volley at the back stick. Great ball from Gabby Jesus, and right before half time changes how we perceive this game. Now I'm not happy. I want to see more. I want to see more creativity. I want to see better finishing. The issue is Isaac is injured and Elliot Wahi is not scoring. Zaragoza on the yellow card is scaring me a little bit. He should be alright for now. I wouldn't expect my winger to get 2 yellow cards, but you never know. This loss does actually take us out of the top 4 and puts Arsenal above us. Still got a game in hand, but it would be nice to not lose both games to Arsenal. We've been quite good against big sides. We beat Liverpool twice last season, beat them already this season, beat City last episode. Arsenal, however, that 2-striker formation is an absolute menace. Moretti back to Gurhey, finds Bruno G into Smith Rowe, back to Timber. We're actually going to have Timber, Smith Rowe. Oh, wow, you've got to do better. Timber, Smith Rowe and Fabio Vieira. We're getting Arsenal's B team is coming through. Nick Pope has suffered a bruised hand. Fantastic. We've actually got no other goalkeeper other than a greyed out name which no one knows. So he needs to play through it, Nick. All right, thank you. Right, Wahi is also on a booking. We're going to do the unthinkable here. Anthony Gordon up top. Wahi not performing. We're also going to bring on Renato Sanchez in midfield for Moretti. And not for Moretti, for Joe Linton. And hope he can create a little bit more. And again, Joe Linton is sort of this season showing his limitations. We've created nothing in this second half, which is really frustrating, but we're not getting any results out of Joe Linton anymore. He's not that creative influence that he has been. Renato Sanchez has been better when played. You see there, he's got that high press. Gordon, Smith Rowe, Moretti, Bruno G, Kubo with a great touch. Gets his first goal for Newcastle. I spoke last episode about how I've been disappointed by Kubo. He has not been very good for us this season, but gets his first goal, and it's a massive goal as well. Very good high press there from Renato Sanchez. Nice bit of calm build-up play. Great ball from Bruno G. Takes it round his man, gets it on that left foot, hits it through the player's legs, and Ramsdale is not saving that one. 10 minutes to go then. Let's go for it. We are at home. We are the team in charge. We have got to impose ourselves. Is there any more subs we can make? We're going to bring on Brahim Diaz for Moretti because he's a little bit tired, and Miggy Amron as well. Maybe swap them two around. No, we can't. Okay, Miggy Amron stay out wide then. Brahim Diaz, Renato Sanchez in midfield. A little bit weak, but maybe it's going to be enough to create some chances. Just 5 minutes to go, and there is a highlight. It's Saka on the throw and he finds Odegaard. Back to Saka, into Ben White. Get that pressure in. Odegaard, he's offside. He's offside. Reece Nelson apparently can't hold his run. If he's not offside now, very embarrassing. But I think I could have showed that to a 3-year-old and they'd have said that was offside. Referee agrees and the lines are correct. I want to see how close this actually was because he looked miles offside to me. But was I a bit confident? No, he was miles offside, wasn't he? 2-1 then, not quite. It's still going to be 1-0 in this one. 4 minutes of added time. I'm going to encourage and just try and just speed things up and go a little bit longer. Only 4 minutes to go. We might as well see if we can stretch them. I would take a 1-1 draw. It's not the worst result in the world. Very strong side. We got battered by him last time. Still without our striker as well, which is a little bit of a shame. But, you know, we move 1-0. Decent enough performance. We are still in the top 4. Third in the league is fantastic. And a few signings to hopefully come in. Best thing is we've got 2 days until our next game, which is also very, very helpful. I'm going to have to rest the lads because they're absolutely battered and there's not really many other players that can come on and help them. Which, you know, is helpful. We were looking at bringing back Vicente Pizarro off his loan. I don't know. It depends if we've got money for a DM. Obviously, we've loaned out Lewis Hall. He's doing quite well over there, and I think he's developing in this deep play and playmaker role quite well. I just don't know if he's got the quality that we need. I'm almost scouting an older head to come in that DM role. So I'll keep you up to date on that one as well. But next game up, Villa, then in Brighton, then January deadline day. So an exciting few days ahead. Well, for £32 million, our brand new goalkeeper is in. Nicholas Heidel is in the door. And very excited with this sign. I think he looks very, very good. A ball-playing goalkeeper, a value of 72 million already. The Austrian number 1. I think it's a big change from Nick Pope, but also a big upgrade as well. So very excited to get that signing through the door. Nicholas Heidel signing number 1 of the January transfer window. And on the day of playing Aston Villa, brand new signing Fabio Vieira also joins the club. £25 million, that is his value. He is a very good player to be able to bring off the bench. Has played just once all season off of the bench for Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. Is now going to come in and get some serious game time. He only played once last season as well. So a little bit out of action is certainly going to be needed to playing in the under-21s to get that match fitness back up. So we shall do that for 90 minutes until he is fit. But Fabio Vieira, very, very happy with that signing for £25 million. Now I'm going to build the team for this game against Aston Villa. It's probably going to be very, very undifferent to sort of the last team we played. Heidel was going to be on the bench. Vieira is going to probably stay in the reserve so he can go ahead and play another game. Wahi's going to have to start up top. And other than that, I think we're probably going to play a very similar side. I'm going to play Renato Sanchez and Moretti as a pair. And we're going to play Kubo instead of Smith Rowe as well because of that goal. Heidel will be registered for this game and he can have the number 1. So exciting times ahead. That Villa team that we're playing today is going to consist of Unai Emery as manager, Martinez, Cash, Konsa, Digne, Torres, Louise, Kamara, Diaby, Ramsey, Watkins and Wilson is quite an exciting front two. Another game I've had against a 4-4-2, so could be difficult to break them down, or they could easily break us down, I suppose, is more of what we're looking at, because that 2 up front is almost a bit of a challenge there for Bruno G and the 2 centre backs. Maybe a DLP on defend would be better for us in this game. We shall see as things go. I'll look at the tactical analysis after sort of 15-20 minutes and see what we need to do. But let's get into this one then. Home against Aston Villa. Right, so straight away we can see from the stats we are being dominated on possession. They have got 60% of the ball, and yeah, they are occupying pretty much everyone. So Bruno G is going to have to sit back in this game. I think I'm going to put him as a DM on defend. It's not really perfect for him. I think maybe we'll do Bruno G on that. He needs to just sit in this hole and try and occupy the 2 strikers, because they're going to be getting, I mean, it's man marking pretty much back 4, which isn't going to be too helpful. So Bruno G sitting deep should help out. Renato Sanchez getting straight into it and winning the ball back, but Wahi not holding up possession very well is not very helpful. Martinez, they go all the way back to Pau Torres on the ball again, finds Lucas Digne, who finds Ramsey, pulled out the player, but Gerhi is there to sweep across. And now Kubo finds Bruno G into Moretti, pull it out wide, very nice. Very, very nice. Brian Zaragoza, can he find Dedic? Jory's going to Run into Watkins. Somehow keeps the ball and we spread it clear. Renato Sanchez. Oh, he had to play that ball in behind. But he does eventually find Kubo, who's got one goal and he's got a second very, very quickly. What a ball from Renato Sanchez. It just took Kubo to get started to start firing. He scores there. A fantastic sweeping move left to right. Renato Sanchez drives the defence, finds a killer ball through to Kubo, and he finishes it off home to make things 1-0 to Newcastle. And we're going to see a highlight straight from kickoff today. Then Callum Wilson into Ollie Watkins. Can he find Matty Cash on the right-hand side? He can. He's going to drive forward, get a ball, and then Callum Wilson scores straight away. It's been about 15 seconds since we scored, and we're fast asleep. And Callum Wilson has silenced the Newcastle crowd. Fantastic. I'm glad you could score lots last season, Callum Wilson. You're useless. Right, free kick into the box in the second half. Bruno Guimaraes is lining this one up. Oh, what a free kick. Pearls it round the corner, round the wall, the line, the wall, when it goes straight in the bottom corner. I've not seen a free kick like that on FM in a very, whatever, really fantastic. Oh, it's going through the wall. Fair enough. It's weak wall for Aston Villa. We've made a few changes tactically. I have made it so we go out wide because, again, we look at this tactical analysis. The centre, there's no point in really trying to go through. So we're going to bring things wide and try and... The good thing is we've got these two midfielders because they're playing two DMs in a lot of space. So if we do get the ball to Bruno G, there's often a man open, which is great. And then we can find the wings and then play the ball into Wahi. So it's just a case of focus and play down the wings for this one. And hopefully we can see that work out today. Konsa finds Digne on the pass from the free kick. Digne to line 2, Ramsey. There's a 2v1 up there, and Digne is going to manage to beat his man. Finds Douglas Luiz on the cutback. Oh, I could have got a challenge in there. Pau Torres drives forward on the edge of the box. Pau Torres! I mean, that's just an absolute load of rubbish, isn't it? Pau Torres could never. I mean, he's just absolutely whipped out a Harry Maguire special there. Dribbled through 2 or 3 players and whipped it in the bottom bins to make it 2-0. And a very, very frustrating game here. We've been on top, possession-wise, not quite, but just seems like they've scored 2 rubbish goals, which is annoying. Dedic the ball in. Good flick on by Botman, but no one there to sort of batter against Emi Martinez, which is very, very frustrating. He rolls it short to Pau Torres, out wide to Digne. Digne, Kubo with the track and back wins the ball. And make no mistake, he's done well. Finds Bruno G. Back to Nick Pope. Out wide to Timber. A bit of a dodgy ball, but somehow we keep possession and we're playing triangles in the air. Sanchez back to Timber. Timber, great ball to Wahi. Is he offside? Doesn't matter. He's put the ball wide. Good job, Elia. And straight from that, we've got a corner as well. Moretti about to whip this one in. Oh, great header from Timber. You see him run from the edge of the box and he drives through. And a fantastic header from Jurriën Timber to get the game to 3-2. We now need to just be better defensively. It's a great run. It's a great header as well. He's leapt above everyone and put it in the back of the net very well. Douglas Luiz, the corner for Aston Villa. I mean, if they're going to score again, it'll be so annoying. Lokonga drives out wide, gets the ball across the face of the goal, and somehow they've not scored. We need to make a slight change defensively just to make it a bit more of a traditional 4-3-3. We're going to just put Dan Burn on the left back, Timber at right back, and we're going to get on Anthony Gordon and Smith for... no, just Anthony Gordon and Joe Linton for... Renato Sanchez has been good, but we'll make that slight change, and hopefully that little bit of beefing of the team can help us see this game out. Right, Digne into Ramsey. 15 minutes to go in this one. Konsa on the ball finds Matty Cash to Diaby. He was very, very fast, and maybe him against Dan Burn isn't the smartest decision of my life. Oh, the ball's ping-ponged in the area and gone in the back of the net. There's a question of is Watkins disrupting Pope's view. They are looking at it, and they've given the goal. It's 3-3 here, and it seems to happen so much this season, especially on this FM and in Sames I've done and everything. It's just, there's no one anywhere bloody near him, is there? Just sort of mistakes and goals happening. Cash finds Watkins to Cash to Sambra Lokonga. Joelinton does very, very well. Finds Elia Wahi, who can't hold the ball up today. And he's getting me very, very angry. Ball at the top. Callum Wilson's through. Great save, Nick Pope. There's questions of whether we should have spent 32 million on a new goalkeeper. Nick Pope has done quite well today to keep this one at 3-3, but this game can be so frustrating. There's a long ball cleared to Wahi, who, I mean, I'm so tempted to bring off, but I mean, we've got no one who can even play up top. Anthony Gordon's the only man, and I'm so frustrated that's what's going to happen. Smith Rowe's going to go on the left-hand side, and That's what we're going to do. Wahi not been good enough, especially since Isaac's injury. We've had no sort of competition for him, so he's taken his foot off the gas, and he's decided not to score any goals. Before that goal scored by Villa, we were top of the league for a second, which sort of shows how much better this season is going, but still very, very frustrating. 6 minutes added on, we should be able to beat Villa. It's such a tight Premier League. I mean, I've not seen it this tight pretty much ever on FM. I'm just going to see if we can again try and just get something down the wings. It's the only way we're going to get anything today. And we have got a highlight in the 94th minute. It's Bruno Guimaraes. Dan Burn does manage to pick the ball back up, which is good. Botman into Joe Linton, spread the play out wide, and he does. Kubo comes inside, goes back to Botman, into Dan Burn. Burn into Smith Rowe, into Bruno G. Some nice build-up play. Moretti, play it through. Gordon's 1-on-1. Oh, again, you've just got a feeling. I've done that a couple of times, bringing Gordon on. You've got a feeling a striker would put that one in the back of the net. And is that going to prove costly? Moretti out wide to Kubo. Kubo's been clever there and come back into Gurhey. Timber drops back in, finds Kubo again. Kubo back to Gurhey. Finds Botman on the left-hand side. Spread the play out. Keep possession. Dan Burn. Smith Rowe. Poor touch, but he keeps possession. Joe Linton down the left-hand side. Loses the ball. And there is 35 seconds to go. And you can't help but feel FM are going to do some FM things. A long ball from Bailey, Ramsey, Watkins. This game is just the most infuriating game in the world. Ramsey through to Watkins, and he just dinks Nick Pope. 20 seconds to go, consider 4 goals at home, and defensively it's just not good enough, is it? It's just not good enough. He's miles onside, there's no question of that, and it's a good finish from Watkins, but yeah, poor again defensively. The story of this season, why we're not going to win the league. Right, we've had our pick-me-up friendly. We won 12-0. Players are still fit for this game, which is good. Brighton, Arnie Slot, now the manager, was stealing goal. Van Hecke, Webster, Dunk, Estupiñán, Gilmore, Esposito, Solly March, Gross, Matoma, and Evan Ferguson, who is an issue. This game, I think, was 6-4 last time we played. Another sort of 4 goals in at home, which is, of course, what happens. Pope, Timber, Gurhey, Botman, Dedic, Diaz, Guimaraes, Moretti, Smith Rowe, Zaragoza, and Wahi is the team. Just so frustrating. We play games like that Villa game. Just completely kills the vibe. When we're 3-1 up and coasting, and we're doing well again at home, scoring 3 goals at home, and we still don't manage to get a point out of it is useless. Wahi. Good block there by Webster. Gurhey on the ball. Not going to see anything. Apparently that was the Wahi chance. We're going to get a cross here from Botman into the back stick. Bruno G leaps up and just heads it just over the bar. And I suppose in some games we do play a very attacking, aggressive sort of system, and deep line playmaker and support as our holding DM. But in that game against Villa especially, we changed the DM to counteract the fact they've got 2 strikers, so he was more available, and it didn't help at all. I feel like sometimes in FM the tactical changes you make don't actually make any difference. That was a great sweeping move and a good save there by Jason Stopp. Elia Wahi with a chance to get on the score sheet again, but just saved by Wahi. Botman's going to whip this one in, but probably going to get cleared, and we're going to see not a lot because we've had our chance effectively. But yeah, it's just annoying in games like that when we make what I feel are the correct changes and we don't get any reward for it. It's very, very frustrating. We've now dropped to 7th in the league, but 5 points off top with a game in hand. It's a very, very tight top 8 in this league. I think it's 5 points between 8th and 1st. So very, very close. The teams of games in hand all over the place. We are one of the teams on 23 games rather than 24, which is quite nice. So we should be able to pick up that game at some point and get something from it. Gurhey on the ball now for us, driving through. He's going to find a nice short pass to Moretti, into Dedic, back to Botman, out wide, or going to go back inside to Gurhey, into Bruno G, spins his man, great ball to Smith Rowe, Wahi's miles offside. And simple things of just holding a run. And I looked at his stats after the last game. He scored 8 goals in 11 starts, 9 off the bench, but I just feel like there's something missing with him. It is a 6.3 today. Already in 21 minutes, he's missed a couple of chances. He's not held his run there. He's just frustrating me, and I feel like he's maybe getting the brunt of my anger because he's playing up front, and I know Isaac would do absolute wonders up there. So I think like Wahi is sort of taking a hit, but he's on a 6.2 in 33 minutes, and I can't bring anyone on. We've not even got Ndewemi to bring on because he's out on loan. And Botman's headed that one clear, and Zaragoza brings it down. I've gassed him up quite a lot, Zaragoza. He's been a bit quiet in the last couple of games, so it'd be good to see him sort of turn things back up again there. He loses the ball to Van Hecke, and luckily we're going to retain possession, and Smith Rowe's going to drive down this right-hand side. Hopefully he can sort of start boosting up as well. Bruno G into Dedic. Dedic beats his man. Finds a great reverse ball out to Brian Zaragoza. Does a good touch. The ball bounces around, and they're like, how has he missed that? Wahi, what are you doing? What are you doing? That is horrendous. We spent near on £70 million on that man, and he's on a 6 rating. He's missed 2 clear-cut chances, and they go up the other end, and a couple of headers, and it's 1-0. Oh, what I would do is have Alex Isak back up top again. Very, very frustrated today. Well, I've just lobbed the water bottle directly at Elia Wahi, and I'm going to see if he gets anything out of him. He doesn't react to anything else I do, so a bit of water bottle at the head action, a bit of Neil Warnock action on him. See what that does. We're going to hopefully bring this one clear and get a chance, but it's a poor ball from Brahim Diaz, who again hasn't been great since coming off the bench or even this game starting. So I don't know why I've started him, but I have. Smith Rowe and Esposito are battling for the ball when Estupiñán eventually picks it up. It goes back to Dunk, and Wahi should be pressing that, and he's not. Steele finds Estupiñán out on the left-hand side. We're going to win the ball back and drive. Wahi, good touch. Not a great ball to Zaragoza, but he's going to keep possession. Whips it in. Bruno G with the finish, and Jason Steele's having the game of his life. He's such an average goalkeeper. He is championship through and through, and he's saving things like he's bloody Alisson. Oh my God. Smith Rowe on the ball again. Finds Dedic, and that's the end of the highlight. So frustrating. Games like this, Brighton are a very frustrating side. A team that just apparently score everything they have. For a ball through to Wahi, wins the header, back up wide to Smith Rowe. Very impressive. Smith Rowe does well. And again, deflection, and somehow Steele was there just to save it again, and he's just apparently the best goalkeeper in the game. Botman with the corner, whips it in, and Steele comes out to claim. I don't know what it's going to take to beat him today, but it's going to be something special because he's apparently on an absolute mission. 1.86 XG and no goals. I mean, what do we do in this scenario? Well, we've got loads of goal scorers on the team. I suppose Anthony Gordon up front again, and again we're going to get a chance. And I'm not going to say this time that he would have scored it, because we've seen today from 2 yards out he doesn't score anything. We're going to bring on them changes. Bruno Guimaraes is absolutely battered as well. Timber and DM. You know what? Timber and DM, and we'll switch to this style. Swap you two around and get Livramento at right back. Timber should be alright in DM. He's good enough on the ball, and he can obviously play it. A lot of changes there, but something's got to change. Van Hecke with the throw-in into Gross, and Timber's brought him down. Oh, everything going against us. Everything went right for 2 episodes. The January special and everything goes absolutely horrendously. When things start to go well, it all comes crumbling down. Billy Gilmore sends Pope the wrong way, and it's 2-0 Brighton. Right, Timber. Do something in DM. Finds Gordon into Sanchez, into Moretti. Oh my God. Oh my God. The ball is just not going in the back of the net. Kubo with a corner. I mean, even that has been... Botman's handled it. He's tried to give it the old Maradona. We're on a 2.3 XG and not scored. 2 shots on target. Like, what am I meant to do? I've set them up to win this game. They've done everything to win it, but put the ball in the back of the net. And we've lost 2-0, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world. And things were going so well. We're now 9th, and I couldn't care less. I'm so angry. It's so annoying. This game is emotions. I'm storming out. I'm so pissed off. Oh, he just gets the better of me every time. Every time I think things are clicking, something goes wrong. An injury happens, and it's all out the door again. Oh, I sound like such a childish baby. I'm so angry. We've got a brand new signing coming in. It's a DM, and he's not going to help us score goals. But he looks great. Arden Jashiri was a very, very good young player to sign last year. Very good DM. When we compare him to Lewis Hall, who obviously we did have here to play in the DM role, obviously out on loan now. A much bigger upgrade. Better on the ball. Better everywhere, really. Just not quite as quick, which is fine. 22 years of age, he's going to come in, and that's going to be it for January, I reckon. We've got Lincoln up next. Let's go ahead and lose to them and make everyone feel great. Do you want to know the absolute best thing? After everything that's just happened, obviously we've dropped down to 9th, which is ridiculous because it's 6 points and we've got a game in hand on most teams. We win that, we go to top 4 again. The board have taken away all our money. They literally just had a thing come through saying because of how poor it's looking, they've reduced the funds. Like, are you joking? So I can't even bring in the DM I want to bring in. So I'm going to have to say no to Arden Jashiri, which is so frustrating. I'm going to have to bring back Vicente Pizarro, who's having quite a good loan spell in terms of game time. He's going to come back and be a backup. I've got no other choice, Vicente. Please come back and help me out. Ndewemi's scoring lots of goals at Bristol. Like, I'm so tempted to bring him back and stop playing Wahi. He's annoying me. So, I mean, is it outrageous to bring back Goran Kul? I mean, we're like a game away now from... I mean, by the end of this spell, we'll have Isaac back. But I just had a meeting with Wahi about his last performance as well. And he was like, yeah, it was rubbish. Like, all right, thanks. What does that mean now then? You're going to be good? No, you're not, are you? You're going to be rubbish again. Lincoln up next. I'm going to just rotate absolutely everyone. And I just, yeah... hopefully get some confidence back into the side, or we lose and everyone hates me again and it's all back to square one and we just give up. Well, I suppose I've got to apologise to Luton and to Tom FM. Yeah, 8-2. We absolutely went for it. Ali Awahi showed he actually knows where the goal is. Scored a hat-trick in 13 minutes. Hopefully he can take that into the form in the next few weeks. I doubt it. He just seems to be able to stat pad 4 goals in one game is very, very good. It wants me to praise him. I'm not praising him because if we look at the goal, I don't know if you can see the goals he scored and who they're against, but he's played in the little rounds of the cup and he scored in them. He scored 2 goals in 16 games in the Premier League, 5 in 1 FA Cup game, 5 in 3 Carabao Cup games. So well done, Wahi, but if you could do that in the Premier League, that would be absolutely fantastic. That's 8-2 though. We are through to the next round, which is great. Probably quite a big confidence boost as well, which is good because I think it's needed. A couple of dodgy games. Maguire, I don't care, mate. Honestly, you can leave if you want to leave. I'll take the money at this point because, you know, we could do with a little bit of cash. But yeah, a good performance there. We have to be happy about that one. We've got Spurs up next, but I don't think you're going to see that in this episode. It's going to probably be... I don't know when I'm going to come back next episode because we've got United in back-to-back games in the league, which is very odd. I'm guessing our postponed game was United, which makes things quite tough. I think I'm going to come back maybe for United at Old Trafford this game and then Forest because they're second. Maybe United at Old Trafford, Forest and City, depending if we get in the Cup, which you should see in the next couple of minutes. So hopefully a good fun next episode. But again, we want to sort of try and get through this season nice and quick and make sure we get Europe. Hopefully Champions League football as well. I mean, we should be able to, shouldn't we? Let's be honest. We should be good enough to do it. We've got West Ham away from home, so we'll probably do that. We'll do United, West Ham, and then Forest. And then, yeah, that should be good fun. Let's just see if anything happens in the rest of January. I don't think there'll be much going on. We've not got any money. The board have taken it all away from us. So it's a case of seeing if there's any offers that come through which interest us and then sort of going from there. But in terms of January business, bringing on Nicholas Heidel and Fabio Vieira, I think is 2 quite good pieces of business. Got Lewis Hull out for more game time. He's already played 7 games, got 2 goals. So obviously quite a good move for him as well. And bringing Pizarro back from his loan spell. So hopefully quite a good piece of January business. We'll just see if anything else happens. And then, yeah, that'll be that. Right, well, I really didn't think we were going to do anything in January. I thought it was going to be the end. I think I've just maybe pulled off, very similar to last January, a couple of the best loan deals that could possibly ever happen. Jeremy Doku and Yusufa Moukoko. I mean, they're both just not playing and both look fantastic, both on the loan list. Both could help us score more goals. Both could help us win the league. I feel like they're both absolute no-brainers. I'm going to accept Moukoko first, who costs us absolutely nothing. 15k a week if he plays, 38k a week if he doesn't. Optional future fee of 127 million, which we're obviously not going to do. Doku, 24k if he plays, 24k if he doesn't, 300k a week if he doesn't play too much. Okay. And loaning out Miggy Almiron. That all sounds fantastic. Like, that all sounds absolutely brilliant. That solves so many issues. So Doku's in. I don't know what he's like on this year's game. He's very, very fast. I know that much. He's got decent enough dribbling, first touch, very fast, great flair, determined, plays either wings, can play up front. Just gives us another option. I think it's absolutely perfect. And Makoko, I mean, 16 finishing, 16 first touch, 50 determination, unbelievable agility and pace. Just a no-brainer. 2 absolute no-brainers on deadline day, which I feel like must be good. There's no way they're not. I mean, Makoko and Doku. I genuinely thought nothing was going to happen. Yet, anyone for Miggy Almiron, please. Should we go and see if there's a DM we could get in that's a bit better than Pizarro, shall we? Because the loan list is apparently the place to go on deadline day. I mean, fantastic. There's Gravenberch, I know he's on the list, which interests me a little bit. But Enzo Locida, you're you're a DM. Okay. Rico Lewis, that could be fun. If you guys not have done this, look at the loan list. It's fantastic. There's so many players. Joao Rigo always gets very good at my saves. Very good winger. Signs for Portugal. Signs for Liverpool quite a lot on my saves. DM, let's have a little look. I mean, why not? If we find anyone... I mean, how much do you want for Ryan Gravenberch on loan? Because as a DM, like, I'll just take him for absolutely nothing to be a squad player. Go on, squad player. Go on. Let him be a squad player. I mean, if we get this over the line as well, it's actually outrageous. They've accepted it. Is he going to accept it? This could be the best deadline day window anyone's ever seen ever. Yeah. Why not? All right, cool. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. You go as well. And Almiron got... What an absolute wizard. I think we've just absolutely nailed that. I mean, I'm actually a bit gobsmacked as to what's just happened. Well, deadline day is finished then. Makoko, Gravenberch and Doku have come in on loan. I hope that's enough. 5 January deals, none that I expected to really make. We've got a brand new goalkeeper. We've loaned out Miggy Almiron. We've got Gravenberch, Doku, Makoko, Vieira and Heedle. I mean, that's fantastic. I had absolutely no expectation of that deadline day, and yet here we are. I mean, I don't think they're going to get much game time, to be honest, any of them. But just to be here for injury's sake, and like with Isaac being injured, we've had no one on the bench. So just to have Makoko there, if a striker gets injured, fantastic. I don't care if he's not happy. You're not coming back next season, none of you. January's deadline day special has turned out quite good. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to bring you guys back for Manchester United, West Ham and Manchester City next episode. And we've ended on quite a positive note, which is good. Let's just make sure we don't come down in 9th again. And we get that back up to top place. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.